All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about something a little bit different, ATVs, four-wheelers. So this is brand new for my daughter. This is the Kayo Bull 125. This is a Chinese four-wheeler. However, it's a step up from the Apollos, the Taos, all that, you know, really crappy side dealer ATV brands. These are sold at all your major ATV retailers. Majority of them, Kayo has a good network. And then this one and the Predator are very similar, the exact same setup pretty much, just a different body. This is the utility body and the Predator is more the sport style body. So this one has your front and rear cargo racks. They're plastic on the top and metal underneath, so it is an actual metal rack with a plastic covering on it. And this thing's got a lot of cool features, and I think your kids are gonna love it. So let's check it out. Okay, so these four-wheelers have all your standard controls. It is electric start. It's got forward and reverse, neutral, safety switch here. And it also comes with a remote that I left at the house because I don't need it for this video. The remote is for parents. If you want to shut it down, you just hit the lock button and it shuts it down. I think it's good up to like 300 meters or something like that. It's Bluetooth to the machine. If you lose that remote while it's locked, you're screwed. All right, so anyway, let's go through this thing. So you go ahead and start it, and it's in neutral right now. So you got your kill switch here. It has to be pushed in, and then you got your electric starter. The brake is set. So we're gonna go ahead and just tap the start, and there she goes. All right. As far as your gears, you got forward and reverse. So push down, and you go to reverse, and then you can go back here. And then forward, neutral, reverse, neutral, forward, and then that's pretty much it. A lot of these Chinese brands don't have a reverse feature. You have to actually physically get off and push it. And depending on your child, some of them don't have the physicality to physically push the four-wheeler back. It might take 2 or 3 kids to get it reset to where it needs to be, and then they can go. With this, it's not an issue. You throw it reverse, go ahead and back up, and you know, it does what it does. Let's take a look at the suspension here. So this thing actually has an actual suspension, unlike the Taos and the Apollos. This thing actually has shocks, and you know, they're not the best in the world, obviously, but for these little kid quads, very good compared to the competition. And these things are priced pretty well. Got this thing brand new for about $1,900 with taxes and fees and all that stuff. Here in California, you actually have to register it with the DMV, so that adds a little bit of cost. For a lot of you, you won't have that, so it's state dependent. So it is chain driven, and it actually has a beefy chain. Again, unlike those Taos and Apollos, they have pretty flimsy, weak metal chains, and they stretch out immediately after like the first ride, and then, you know, you're not going anywhere. They do have disc brakes on the front and rear, and your brakes are located both on the handlebars. There is no foot brake. That way the kids don't, you know, get confused with their shifter here. The larger models, they do have a Bull 200 that has an actual shifter up here, you know, like the normal four-wheelers do. However, for simplicity with the kids, they just went ahead and went with a floor shifter. It does have reflectors. It does have headlights and tail lights. So these things are pretty bright. I know it's daytime right now, so you're not gonna be able to tell, but these headlights are pretty freaking bright. And they got a nice cool white glow to them. They're not some dingy yellow. And then they do have working tail lights. So that's pretty cool. Hey G, can you hit the brakes? I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that the brakes do work. Just squeeze them. There you go. Let go. Squeeze. Cool. All right, so brakes work. So I'm gonna have my daughter ride around and show you guys what this thing can do. I think these things top out right around 30-ish miles per hour. You can upgrade the sprockets and stuff to give you some more torque. You're gonna obviously sacrifice top end when you do that. But you know, for kids, these things are set up pretty nice. One more thing I forgot to go over. They do come limited from the factory. So you can see I can only push this throttle lever so far, and I already adjusted it out a little bit to give her a little bit more power. But you can twist this all the way in and it's super restricted, or back it all the way out and then it's, you know, fully capable of whatever it came with from the factory. All 125 cc's are going to be unleashed. So these things are pretty legit. Really nothing crazy to them. Go ahead and hop off for a second. Show you guys under the seat. So just like any other standard wheeler, you know, you got your CDI, your fuses, your battery, and then your air cleaner here. So you just undo the screws, pull out your air cleaner, clean it out, make sure it's dry when you put it back in there. If you want to put a little bit of filter oil on there, more power to you. So let's go ahead and rip this thing and see what she's got.